I'm not a comedian. Sometimes I just like to laugh and I like to tell jokes. So I guess I'm a comedian. I started making skits for NOVELLiUM when I was working as a security guard in LA. I was working a graveyard shift, so every hour on the hour I had to do rounds. And the buildings I was working in were like tall ass skyscrapers. So I was up and down and I was trying to figure out how to keep myself awake. And then I was in the break room one time and I was like, I could turn this lunch table into an office desk and shoot a scene where somebody is doing a job interview. My mind just kept going. I was just like, well, damn, what is this? I didn't have an idea of what I was doing. I didn't have a plan. At first I just wanted to share. Just like, see if I could brighten somebody's day or make myself laugh, or see if I could get the idea out of my head and onto the camera. And so I just started recording shoots. And initially, the editing process, I think, I didn't really understand how much editing was involved in making something funny. I was just shooting it. And sometimes it'll be long ass pauses or just long ass storylines. And it was like, I was making myself tired. And I'm like, how can I do this? So I learned a lot about editing better. I learned a lot about angles and how sometimes it's not even about what you say, but it's about the way the camera catches you and your facial expression, versus the dialogue. This NOVELLiUM is pretty much unscripted. I have an idea, like I'll map out the characters. I'll say, okay, I want an old lady, and then I want a granddaughter and her boyfriend. Like I have an idea of the characters so that I can figure out, and it's a one-woman show. So I had to have something in my head in order to make it work. And then once the cameras go, I just start talking. I start talking and creating this storyline, and then as I keep on recording, there is just so much footage. It's just so much ideas. It's just so much that comes out. And then you get an idea where you want it to go. First, you develop the characters. And again, because it's so unscripted and loose, sometimes the characters just created themselves as I dressed the part. I have a character where I'm a ghost whisperer. I had no idea how I wanted that. I just had in my mind Whoopi Goldberg and Ghosts and how she was channeling the husband. And I was like, oh, I think that would be cool. So what do I need? And then I would think about what would be funny. It would be funny if he don't want to contact her. He don't want to talk to his he's happy in the afterlife. He's got a new woman or plenty of them. And he don't want to be reminded about all her imperfections down here and how he was such a horrible husband down here. So that character is, I think, one of the funniest for me because I don't think anybody's expecting it. Bad Nana was funny to me because I didn't realize how funny I would be as an old lady. I didn't know I could pull it off well. And she made me laugh because I changed my voice for her and I made her just kinky, completely and utterly inappropriate with her granddaughter's boyfriend. And a lot of us have an aunt or somebody in the family who's just like will say anything or do anything. And so I kind of wanted to channel her for that. I have more in store for Bad Nana because I only did one skit of her and I feel like she has so much more to offer if I map her out a little bit more. And because NOVELLiUM is a one-woman show, I don't want to miss out on the funny by trying to do everybody. So it's a lot of skits that didn't make NOVELLiUM. It's 23 in there currently. A lot of skits didn't make it because I felt like I wouldn't do those other parts justice, right? Maybe if I would have had better costumes or if I would have had more character outlines, I could have probably done it better. But I wanted the first comedy series that I did to be a one-woman series. I wanted it because one, I move around a lot, you know, and I knew that if I had to rely on other people in their schedule, it would be hard for me. Also, with the budget and everything, I was working on a very small budget, you know, so paying other people to be a part of this and having the quality of caliber and expecting them to commit, that's a lot to ask. I'm really excited about NOVELLiUM because I'm a very playful person. I take a lot of things serious and I get shit done when I need to, but I like to be very youthful and funny, and I like to laugh. Like whenever I'm feeling overwhelmed, I'll just shut everything down and put on Earthquake the Comedian or watch Ari Spears, two of my favorite comedians of all time, just talking and Patrice O'Neal, I love him too. So I wanted to kind of enter that world where I could give people some kind of escape whenever they're feeling overwhelmed or whenever they feel like they want their soul to just kind of relax and not be so heavy with the weight of the world, you know? And so I figured, why not take these ideas? I'm already a storyteller. I write books, I write scripts, I do all of these creative things. And so to tap my foot into the world that kind of combines them all, laughing and playfulness with actual storytelling, little micro bite-sized versions of stories, I think it is so fulfilling for me. And I think so far, people who I've let see them, they've enjoyed them. You know, there's 23 episodes in NOVELLiUM season 1, Funny All By Myself. And it's available exclusively at the moment on my website at www.phoenixnovelle.com. And you can stream it, or you can download it, or you can download and stream it. And I'm so proud because I've been shooting it and coming up with these ideas for months and months and months and months. And I have a greater appreciation for the process more than anything now. You know, it's one thing to be just putting your ideas down on paper. It's another thing to bring these characters to life and to figure out different idiosyncrasies of them all to make them memorable. That's a lot, you know, and so I'm grateful to have created something that I'm proud of, and I'm grateful to get such good feedback from people who have checked it out already. I have, like I said, more plans for NOVELLiUM in the future, so stay tuned, seriously, because this is just the first chapter of Phoenix the Comedian. You know, it's really awesome. It's an awesome experience.